I knew I was at the right party.
How you doing, LVZ?
I'm good, sis. I'm good.
Hot as hell, but yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. But look, Lisa, I was just talking to my man Stay Ready
Uh-huh.
on the phone. He out Texas. I said, man, how hot is it out there? He said, shoot, around like 100 today. I said, yeah, it was like 100 today too. I said, is it humid there? He said, man, we got hella humidity. So I looked it up. And at the time we was talking, it was 97 degrees, y'all. And it said feels like 102 with
Yes.
41% humidity.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately Googled my weather. I said, see, it's 96 degrees. It says feels like 115 with 51% humidity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday for us it was 97, but it said it
Hmm.
felt like 100. Yeah. And
Yesterday was
today,
97 and it was 105 what it felt like.
yeah, yeah. So we're still under that excessive heat warning here. And
Hmm.
I know you are because y'all not that far away.
No, this whole thing is it's so hot. It's so hot. My man say, look, I gotta call you back. I said, why? Because my phone said it's refusing to charge because it's overheating and I got the AC blown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's hot out
It is. It is. And this is not even over because we're gonna be hot tomorrow too.
there too. It's gonna be hot the whole night. It
Yeah,
ain't cooling off, Lisa.
I know. I know.
White people still jogging. They still out there trying to jog.
But did you hear like out and out? I think it was Arizona. Their
Hmm.
desert is breaking all kinds of temperatures. I think it must have been like 2 days ago. I heard about some white woman died out there in the desert. I said, who goes hiking in the desert and it's 128 degrees? Who the hell does that?
They still out there jogging, sis.
I
I'm
said,
telling you,
I'm
they
like, are these people insane?
yeah, they trying to think I'm tough. No, you're a moron.
No, that ain't no tough.
You just a moron. You about to have a stroke. You ain't even in shape like that. You
Right,
not
because they
built.
said a few of them went out there hiking in them deserts in Arizona, and they've been breaking records. It's so hot out there. They've been over 120 degrees. And I was like, who the hell goes hiking out there? And boy, some of these people, boy, don't have not an ounce of common sense.
Well, they all white, sis. They all white.
Hmm. Hmm. Enough
They
said,
all.
right?
Let me tell you what happened real quick today at work. So I'm at work, right?
Hmm.
Me and my brother Ron, we were moving some people today. We doing the moving thing while I'm off on my vacation, making the under the table money. Uncle Sam, you can't have none. Anyway, we doing a job. It's this white guy from Florida. He's a white driver from Florida. So he's gonna take these people's stuff to Idaho. The white lady bought us lunch, and we just sitting there eating our sandwich because it's 1,000 degrees outside. She was
Hmm.
like, "No, don't go outside. Come in because it's too hot to be in the truck or in the car." I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I wasn't going out there anyway." So we sitting there eating, and the white driver is talking to these white people. Me and Ron just looking at him. He goes, "Yeah, I was out there in Portland during the scamdemic." Now, no matter how you feel about the jab, Lisa, scamdemic, nobody calls it the scamdemic. We know
Right.
we were in a pandemic.
Hmm.
So that set off fire alarms, right? So Ron look at my brother Ron, look at me, and I look at him, and then he go, "Yeah, in Portland, I hate Portland and Seattle." Now Ron had just been working the whole summer last year in Portland and Seattle, and calling me, telling me how much he loved it.
Uh-huh.
So he looked at me and said, "Really?" Portland, Seattle. I said, man, I had a pretty good time. It was a pretty chill place. It wasn't really. No, it was horrible. It was about the time they had those riots. I said, riots, Portland. Now, I know that Oregon is a state that it was illegal for you to be black up until
Right.
1921 in Portland.
Yeah.
So I immediately stop them and go, hey, look, it's two black men standing here working with you, right? And everybody get quiet. I said, I suggest you just stop. He said, no, but I'm trying to say, I said, no, no, no. I'm just saying, stop. Just stop. And the white man shut the hell up for the rest of the day. And we finished the job and we got our money. And the Peckerwood lady tipped us because we were great. And my point is, y'all, never let your guard down. Don't let none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them slide because you at work. Oh no, I got to keep my job. No, no, no. They need you to do a job.
Mm-hmm. You know what,
So
LVZ,
don't.
where I
Yeah.
used to work, you know how they always claim when we move into the neighborhood goes down. So it was
Mm-hmm.
this white guy on my job, and he was talking, and he made a comment about how a black family moved across the street. And he was like, well, yeah, well, I guess it's there goes that neighborhood. And we said, I know what you mean. And he was like, no, 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 I didn't mean it like that. I said, it only means one thing.
One thing.
Okay, it don't mean multiple things when you say that. It only means one thing.
One
He ain't
thing.
never come around me running his mouth again. He stayed clear of me. When I let
Exactly.
him know, I knew exactly what he was. He was being a racist. And oh no,
Exactly.
he steered clear of me after that. He wouldn't even make eye contact with me anymore after I kind of confronted him on that.
Good. Hey man, all I know is this. All I know is this. I don't take no shit from them folks. They need us. We don't need them.
Right.
It's just like how we built this country. They need us.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't take your granddaddy to be a slave for no reason.
Oh yeah, and plus the history is there. In Jamestown, before the slaves were brought in, they were literally dying. They couldn't
Yeah.
grow crops, they couldn't take care of themselves. It wasn't until the slaves came into Jamestown, they were shipped into Jamestown, that's when they stopped dying.
No, don't just say that they was dying, sis. What else was they doing? They were raping and eating each other. You
Right,
know it.
cannibalizing each other. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raping
Okay.
each other too.
And
They
and
was
remember
raping
they
each other, y'all.
exactly. And remember they couldn't even get through the winters. They were dying by the hundreds. Those first
Mm-hmm.
winters they were here. So no, you're talking about a people that did not have even a great history over in Europe. And then they
Right.
floated over here and they still got a jacked up history that they're now trying to bury down there in Florida, especially in Florida now.
Exactly. And
But
that was
they've
the
never
point of
had
my
a good
story.
history. Yeah.
And that was the point of my story. Where I say that white driver come from? Florida.
Right. Right.
Y'all got to pay attention to who y'all around. A white man from Florida that still live there, 9 times out of 10, he voted for DeSantis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna briefly talk about him. I got him in the lineup here, Ron DeSantis. So we got a lot to talk about, y'all.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and share. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Okay. All right. So Yeah. Okay. Now, y'all know, can everybody see the screen before I even get started? I don't want to get started and then you tell me you don't see nothing. Can y'all see that? I know your eyes are hurting from looking at Tim Scott, but can you see it? Thank you, dark skinned brother, for the super chat. Facts, the truth, y'all. Let me get back to that. Kind of went fast. Facts and the truth, y'all. Speaking, my warrior sister and my warrior brother. Our 100.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Now, we know Tim Scott is one of the whitest black men in America, right?
He looked
Even
like a sick.
even he's rebuking Ron DeSantis for, slavery was a benefit to black people. It was a benefit to us. I was like, that shit wasn't a benefit to no damn body.
Right.
But now, boy, you know it's bad when Tim Scott is even opposing Ron. You know it's bad because this man don't oppose. He don't oppose white folk. You know.
At all. If you get murdered, Tim Scott is blaming you, not the white supremacy.
Right.
So,
You know you bad when you know Ron DeSantis has gone too far when Tim Scott said, wait a minute, that wasn't no benefit. Oh, okay. Wow.
he said,
That's something.
Tim Scott said, black people need to stop getting in front of white cops' bullets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mike
When
Lewis,
Tim Scott get mad.
Mike Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Let me see here what you said. Hi, Lisa. I was terminated from my job because a white woman lied saying that I was stealing Tylenol from our job
What?
medicine carts that did no investigation. Yeah, that's why when they tell us to stop video taping them or using our phone, you should never stop because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're going to take their word over ours. They have always done that historically. But see, now that we videotape everything, their word is not taken so much over ours because now we got the video evidence to prove it. So
yeah.
once got away with, they don't get away with so easy. That's why they demand that you stop filming everything, and you should never stop doing that at all.
No. At one point, Lisa, I didn't like when people go around doing the live and shit while they somewhere. But you know what? That's really the safest way to do something, y'all.
Yeah.
Nobody can say you stole nothing. Nobody can say you did nothing to nobody. You know why? 1,000,000 people looking at you.
Right.
Even if you got 2 views, you can go back in your own library and say, hey, look, I wasn't there. This is me recording at this time.
Yeah. Because that video that you are shooting will be the one thing that will exonerate you, especially if it becomes legal. So no matter how much they oppose us filming them, you should always film it. The hell with that. You always film it.
They filming?
Yeah. Well, LVZ, they got every damn place in this country wired with cameras. Okay. But you're opposed
about to say everywhere. Right. Look at Michael Irvin, y'all. That's why Lisa's saying what she's saying, though. That's why that's real. Think about Michael Irvin, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
If Michael Irvin was recording that conversation or whatever, he'd have been in a better situation than he is now. The reason it took so long, they had to get the videotape from the hotel, and they wasn't trying to give it to him, remember?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's true.
And a lot of times, yeah, they recording.
Yeah, they always
The liquor store. Yeah, the liquor store across the street gonna be recording. The grocery store gonna be recording the front and the outside, but you gonna have to get that camera. I mean, that footage from them. The police can just walk in and get it. You gonna need a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Tell it like it is. Thank you so much for the super chat. When Tim Scott's Cocoa Puff head ass have to draw the line, you know it's bad. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mr. I agree with white folk. He don't agree with
yeah.
that's shocking.
His first look, you can stop calling me Sambo now. No, we can still call you Sambo.
No, you
broke.
still Sambo.
Yeah, you just was right this time.
Yeah. You know what they say about that broke clock, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly a case of the broke clock.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna let you have this one first. Jason Aldean. Look at what he did, LVZ. He went back and altered the video and took the Black Lives Matter protest out of it. After the whole world accused him of being a racist.
Right. I don't mean the niggers no more. Try that in the small town. What are you talking about?
He went back, y'all, and cut out the Black Lives Matter protest clip he had in the video.
Wow, still standing in front of that
song. Wait, does that make the song less racist?
No, I heard what you look. Like I said, if you listen to the words, it's every sundown town's anthem. Exactly. If you look at the video, you think it's a Klan anthem.
Right. And at the end of the video, it's a shot of the sun going down, y'all. And if you look at the very, very last clip of the video, the sun, they got the camera pointing at the sun and the sun is going down.
Mm-hmm. It was some coon trying to protect
brother near ya. Thank you so much for the super chat. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings to you too, brother. Go ahead, LVZ.
It was some coon on Twitter trying to defend Jason Aldean, saying that, talk about I'm black and I'm from a small town. I said, look, just because you like what they used to call you and what they used to do to you, that don't make that song no less racist. Because you like racism, don't mean all of us do.
Right. So I guess it just brought back memories, of him walking around town being called the N-word.
Right.
I don't know. But that's stupid.
I would talk about we look out for our own. I said, yeah, they end up calling your dad Mr. Nigga. Yeah. Mr. Nigga. They respect me around here. They call me Mr. Nigga.
So I guess so many people told him he was a racist. He went back to the damn video and clipped out the Black Lives Matter protest. I guess now, the song okay now. He took Black Lives Matter out of it. Come on, man. What is that going to do?
Nigga, clip out the words. First of all, you need to be honest. Tell the truth about what would happen in a small town. And you ain't going to do nothing about it. Like, you put a gun in a schoolway. You shooting up a grocery store. You shooting at the movie theater. I won't let them take your gun.
LVZ, wasn't there a mass shooting at a concert he was doing?
The one in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Why didn't he sing about that?
Yeah, why didn't he sing about that? Almost caught a bullet from a fellow Aryan. But I'm glad it wasn't a nigger. I'm glad it's a white man behind the fucking trigger. Try that in a small town.
Well, if you try that in a small town, you might wipe the whole small town out.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be nobody left.
We love fentanyl, alcohol, rebel flag.
Mm-hmm. But I was like, when I saw this, I cracked up laughing. I said, "What the hell is this supposed to do?" He took out a little clip of his video. Oh yeah, now the song all right. It's all right, y'all.
Sing the truth about a motherfucking small town, though, Lisa. You be like, love fentanyl, alcohol, rebel flag, pickup trucks and wearing dirty rags, cowboy boots and some shitty drones.
Yeah, did you see that video of him?
And non-menthols. We got that in a small town.
I know. Did you see that video of him running from the stage when they said he had a heat stroke? You must not have seen my video. I had the clip in there.
I ain't see that. Nah. Yeah, I heard it had a heat stroke. I was like, good. Should have burnt his ass.
Well, yeah, and I heard there was a fire nearby or something was going down. I said, boy, he's having all kinds of trouble trying to have that concert.
Nah, in the concert, the last one he had, it was a damn mass shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this one where he had the heat stroke, he had that on stage while he was attempting to sing.
And yeah, but you said it was a fire nearby.
Yeah, but he was having that heat stroke. And you know what the funny part is, LVZ? He had a heat stroke on a day where it really wasn't that hot.
Hot. I was saying that too. You know what I told you? It was the fentanyl, alcohol, rebel flag.
So y'all, I knew you get a kick out of that. He took the Black Lives Matter clip out of his video. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that makes it. See, I wasn't talking about black people. I even took that clip of Black Lives Matter out. Yeah, you were talking about us, buddy. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, no bullshit. We took the clip out. Niggas still ain't welcome in my small town. Try that shit, nigga. I'm calling the police right now. In my small town.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
This is what LVZ was just talking about. Ice Cube. Wait. What happened to Ice Cube here? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy me one of them Jones. Watch.
I got the wrong one.
Look, y'all, whoever that is, y'all need to decide her. Y'all need to kick some ends to my sister. I'm gonna buy one of them. Lisa Cabrera done sold something for y'all. I'm gonna send them something if I buy me. Look, pack of wood. I saw this on Lisa Cabrera. Hey, Miss Cabrera, I'm gonna give you some bread.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I can
find this again. Ice Cube. Maybe it went. Hold on. I think I know what happened. I think it kicked over to the. Let me see if I can hit the back. Why did this come up? Let me just go down some. Got too much going on the screen. Here we go. Okay, Ice Cube did an interview with Tucker Carlson recently.
Yeah.
And I'll let LVZ tell this one because he was just on a live talking about this.
So for those who don't know, Ice Cube just did an interview with Tucker Carlson. Now, many people are upset that, one, he went on a white supremacist podcast who been gaslighting and hating on black people tremendously and just got fired. Why would you give him a big pop and not Lisa Cabrera? Hell, I don't have to be on there. Lisa and True Roy could interview you. How about Nicole's View? How about Tariq? How about Jason Black? Oh, it's plenty of black podcasters who could use the pop, but you gave the pop to this white supremacist. Now that's why people are mad that he just went on there.
Right.
That's not what I'm mad at, though, my sister. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
play for y'all exactly what Ice Cube. Because I'm not gonna watch no white supremacist podcast just because he got Ice Cube on it. See, I'm not gonna fall for the trick. Hey, Negroes, you can watch me. I got a black guy that's gonna drive around with me all day and talk to me. I want y'all here with Tucker Carlson and Cube said. You ever mentioned race a single time? We've mentioned economics before a number of times. Do you think that we overplay the role of racial conflict in American life? Yes.
LVZ is not coming through clear.
It's not.
No.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Can I send it to you? Let me see if I can send it to you. Cause yeah, that caught me off guard. Cause Tucker Carlson said in a little clip, you haven't spoken about race the entire time. The entire time we've been on the air. And he was like, do you think that maybe we over blow race? And he said yes. Because he said yes. Because and he said the reason is because everybody he said because everybody has a person that they're a member of the same race that they don't like, and they the same race, but then they got somebody who ain't of the same race and they get along fine. So it's not about race. And when he said that,
What?
just I'm going to send it to you. In this little clip, I thought you saw that video today because that's the only reason I was talking about it. When I saw that I forgot where I saw the little clip, and I said, "What the fuck did he just say?" I'm going to email it to you now, sis. I was like, "What the fuck he say? This don't make sense."
Yeah.
Cute. And then I said, "Hey man, you sit first of all." Then I put it all together. I said, well, one, you on a white man's podcast, right? You boosted him. You just left Joe Rogan. Yeah, you went on the Breakfast Club, but whatever. Who you going to next? Matt Walsh? And when I get to thinking about it, sis, he doing a Kanye West. Kanye West was crying, talking about they keeping restraints on me. I want to make shoes and create my. And what is Ice Cube saying? The gatekeepers keeping us out. I'm trying to be a black business owner and the NBA ain't helping me. So I'm going to go on every white person's podcast and complain and say it ain't about race. See, the only difference is Kanye said white lives matter. He said it ain't about race.
Wow.
And I just said, I thought I might have heard you got the email.
All right, hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can play the audio.
But what is the point of what Ice Cube is doing? I'm gonna go on every white supremacist joint and complain. And how is he helping black people? How is going on every? For a number of times. Do you think that we overplay the role of racial conflict in American life? Yes, I think race it takes up too much space. There's people that we all have in our lives who are same race that we can't stand. And there's people in our lives from other races that we get along with way better. So it's not about race.
Wow.
White folks,
I took care of it, boss. He said that. I took care of it for you. Oh my goodness.
And you heard how it started, Lisa.
And he had a little
kind
of a smile on his face when he said it.
Right. And Lisa, if you play the very beginning, listen to what Tucker Carlson says, how he starts that off.
Now, you haven't mentioned race a single time. We've mentioned economics.
Stop right there.
A number of times. Do you think that
Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
You haven't mentioned race a single time.
conflicts in American life? Yes. I think race it takes up too much space. There's people that we all have in our lives who are same race that we can't stand. And there's people in our lives from other races that we get along with way better. So it's not about race.
Wow. I think I just lost brain cells listening to him.
He not spaced out, y'all. What happened was I rewound it so many times on my TV that it took time to buffer. So it slowed the words down a little more. That was it, y'all.
Wow.
But that's what that man, that's all I saw. I just cut the clip totally. I was like, what the fuck is he talking to? I said, he got fired. Say what y'all want about Tariq Nasheed, whether you like him or you don't like him. When he's on Tucker Carlson, that Bama stays on cold.
Yeah, he sure did.
It's white supremacy.
Right. I see you gave a super chat. Ice cream lost a lot of its. You called them ice cream. Ice cream
Yeah,
lost a lot of respect, and I didn't spell that wrong. Yeah, he was.
I know. I love that right there. That man, ice cream now. Yeah. On them ice cream. Soft serve. He's soft serve.
Yeah, right. Wow. I didn't know he did that.
And then we already know it's gonna be the fanboy. But look, Q put a lot of actors on, and Q made a lot of money off them actors too. Right. So that's a job. I don't want to hear about that. Okay, you hired black people. Good job. What else?
Right.
Oh, Q he had the big three with Donald Trump best friends and Steve Bannon best friends. No, he just working for white people.
Mm-hmm.
And being the face. Man, it's a reason Ice Cube on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why they got him running around, bucking his eyes, screaming on what's that damn joint? 21 Jump Street. Got him bucking his eyes and screaming, being the stereotypical loud Negro.
Okay. Now I know y'all heard about Tierra Allen over there in Dubai. She's stuck over there because some people were like, what was she doing over there in the first place? She's a trucker. She drives those big 18-wheelers. So she was over there making money.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why she was there. Because everybody kept asking, well, why is she over there in the first place? Why would you be in Dubai? You know, a lot of people.
She was vacation.
Yeah, a lot of people take those little contract jobs overseas because they pay a bit more, and that's what she was doing over there. But now she's pretty much stuck over there. She ain't making no money. They pretty much holding her hostage there, and she can't leave because they got her passport. See, I knew something was not right because we only heard, oh, well, she raised her voice. And I said, okay, well, what caused her to raise her voice? You know, because they made it sound like she went to the car rental place all hostile. And she actually went in there to get her belongings.
Yeah.
And then I never heard nothing else about the Nigerian that she was friends with. She was friends with some Nigerian over there, and we know what big scammers
Uh-oh.
Nigerians are.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and we
Dang.
haven't heard about the Nigerian since the car accident that they were in. You haven't heard anything about the Nigerian person that she was with. So
I don't know that Akata. I
huh?
don't know that Akata. I don't know that Akata girl. I
Yeah,
don't know who she is.
yeah, yeah. Because a lot of people are saying they think that Nigerian was part of the scam. More than likely, they were. That's why they befriended her in the first place. So yeah, so she was over there doing a job, and they her and this Nigerian person were in a car, got into a car accident. Now remember, she was not behind the wheel. This Nigerian was behind the wheel, and when the police showed up on the scene, they handcuffed her, and she was the passenger, and she was the one that got handcuffed. So I was like, it's possible the whole thing was staged.
Well,
Thank you, Mike C, for the super chat. The Most High was separating the sheep from the goats in the ice cream situation. Yeah.
in that ice cream situation. Look,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, but I know how to find the Nigerians.
Yeah.
I know how to find that African. You want me? You want me to tell you how to find the Nigerians?
How do you
Tell
find that
everybody.
Nigerian that got her caught up in this stuff?
All you all gotta do is go on Instagram. If you a black man, put up, because my picture seems to work all the time. Just use your regular pictures, and every day it's gonna be some curvaceous white Spanish or light-skinned black girl that's emailing you, how you doing? You want to learn crypto. That's that goddamn Nigerian. I know it's him.
Mm-hmm.
They always on Instagram working scam. I'm like, man, come
Yeah,
on.
that's all
You're
they
not,
do is
you're not
scam.
even
So this one's
real,
in
for real.
Dubai.
And it be lame ass scam. I'm like, do somebody really fall for this?
Yeah, and well, apparently this one, he made his way all the way to Dubai to scam. So anyway, she gets handcuffed. The car was a rental. So the car
Mm-hmm.
got towed after the accident, got towed back to the rental car agency, and her belongings were inside of the car. It's a shame she didn't try to get her belongings before leaving the accident scene, but she might not have been able to do it being that she was handcuffed. So they took her into the station, let her go, and told her if she wanted to get her personal belongings back, she had to go over to the rental company. So that's what she did. She went over there to get her belongings, and they told her she had to pay thousands of dollars to get her stuff back. That's where the argument began, and she raised her voice. So the rental car, which was a man agent, called the police on her at the rental car company, and she got arrested for raising her voice. That's how that all went down. But they told it from the Arab perspective. That's why you didn't get the whole story in the very beginning.
Yay.
So
But
that's what happened. And some people are like, well, she got in an altercation over in Puerto Rico. That's irrelevant. The bottom
yeah,
line is she was in Dubai. This don't have nothing to do with no Puerto Rico. And how many of you would have just stayed calm and you went to a rental place to get your belongings back, your passport, your purses in the car, everything, right? You mean to tell me when they stood there and told you you need to pay them thousands of dollars before they give you your personal belongings back, you would not have raised your voice? You would not have been upset about that? You can't
Oh,
have
of course you
personal
would. Of
belongings unless you give them thousands of dollars?
course you would have. The
I
thing
mean,
is,
anybody would
though,
be upset over that.
right? But I hate to say this, sis. You can't be overseas thinking like over here. For
That's
real.
true. That's true. Now, she's in a situation, right, where
Hmm.
they're now saying the police have her passport. They said she's gone up to the rental company every single day, because when she goes to the police keep sending her back up there to get her stuff, and they keep standing there saying, you got to give us thousands of dollars before we give you your stuff back. And she's been literally going every day to get her stuff, and they still won't give it back. Right. It is extortion. And they said these people, these Arabs over there in Dubai, got a long history of doing that to foreigners. They got a long history. She's not the only one. In fact, the story I did, they said this was the third American they did this to in the last 2 months. This same rental car company that she's dealing with now did this to 2 other people before her. One person did get their personal belonging back, right? Guess how much they had to give the rental car company?
What?
$20,000.
What?
$20,000. An American had to give them $20,000 before they gave them their personal belongings back that was in the car.
Why
Yeah,
do I? But see, again, black people, y'all want to be flexing. Going over to look, let me tell you something, Lisa. This is my I I know this gonna sound cold, but I don't like them over here.
right.
So why would I go over there? I don't care if you offered me a job. You know what I know how to say? No,
Mm-hmm.
ain't
Mm-hmm.
worth it. Why not? Because man, I look, I ain't even mastered the racism here. Now you get ready to tell me go somewhere else where they normally flee and start from the beginning. Women can't even be seen the same way. No, they don't look at you no special. They don't look. All of that you saying, it means something to me and you, but they not over here.
Right.
That don't mean shit to them. Them Arabs is like, you know how Arabs treat women over there, y'all? Their own
Mm-hmm.
women.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dred Scott case. Y'all don't have no rights. We bound, yeah, we got your personal belong. That's why I was asking Lisa. All of them people that they did that to, how many of them was women?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were all women. It did not
I
say in the
guarantee
story. They
you they
just
were
said three.
all women.
They were saying they did this to 3 Americans and people from other foreign countries. So they got a
Mm-hmm.
history of doing this scamming and faking up these car accidents, apparently. And
Mm-hmm.
see what the trick is, when the cops come, they handcuff the person that they're trying to scam. And then they towed the car away with your belongings in it. That's how you get caught up in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. And of course, they took her to the police station. They let you go, but hey, they already got your personal belongings. So it tells me the cops and everybody are all in on the scam.
All in on it. So
Yeah.
it's like this. If it's so corrupt there where our own embassy won't get our people back and stuff, why are you again? This is why I people be like, oh well, you've never been around the world. No, I
Well,
don't
to be
want to
honest
go
with
to
you,
none
I
of that.
never had no desire to go nowhere in the Arab world. I'm serious.
Right.
I've never had no desire to go over
Exactly.
there.
Ain't nothing there that I want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like flatbread.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck a falafel and some
But
baklava too.
Yeah, yeah. I have never looked at one of, oh, I think I'm gonna board the plane and go over to Saudi Arabia. I don't think so. I don't want to go to none of them places.
Right, where the women are wrapped up in 100-degree weather like they gray go skiing. Fuck
Hmm.
no. It's
Hmm.
115 degrees.
But you know what?
The
I know why
women are
the
wrapped
Arabs. I know why them Arabs dress like that. Come on, LVZ, the white Arabs, their asses will burn to a crisp out in all that sun.
they make them do that.
I know. Yeah, I've seen them.
Ain't no Victoria's Secret in the Arab world. That is it. Victoria is a secret to the Arab.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you got that right. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, she's in a dilemma because she can't get out of there, y'all. She cannot get out of there.
We gonna have
'Cause they
somebody gonna
got
have to
her
Brittany
passport.
Griner.
Yeah, they got her
Yeah.
passport. So it is really until they can relinquish that, she is literally stuck there.
Listen, I'm not shit, but this is funny. Look, good thing you ain't got to depend on Mitch McConnell to get it back.
He probably will fold. I got him in here. We're gonna talk about him too.
I know that motherfucking pause.
Mhm. I know, right? And he talking about he ain't sick. And yeah, because there was a story that came out just before I came on here about him. He told the reporters he's not sick and he intends on serving his full term. I was like, oh boy, I don't know about you, Mitch. You may not make it for your full term.
He will be serving his full term with his Lord and Savior Satan in hell in a few more months. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looked like it's drawn to an end.
It sure is, and it's coming fast.
Hmm.
All right. So Ron DeSantis is not doing well in his presidential run. Trump right now is light years ahead of him, and people are ditching Ron DeSantis and putting their attention on Tim Scott, which I don't think that's going nowhere, but that's my opinion. So right now he's polling low. See, Ron DeSantis is just really one of those people that's popular in his state. When you go beyond the borders of Florida, people ain't feeling him like that.
Yeah, people ain't doing no goofy shit like that.
They ain't feeling his butt like that. So he polls very low. They said right now his candidacy is on life support. He is not getting the money. They said right now Tim Scott is actually raising more money than Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is burning through money and he's not raising that much money. So he's right now he's putting himself out in debt. He's going into debt with his campaign.
Oh shit, Tim Scott. I can see the attack ad. Tim
Mm,
Scott praising Ron DeSantis. What is he doing? Most black men used to sell crack. Tim Scott is from the hood. They gonna
mm,
say, they gonna say Tim Scott selling crack to outrage
yeah.
Ron DeSantis. He gonna put a stash on him.
Well, Ron DeSantis right now is doing very bad. So it's no telling how long. I have a feeling he's going to have no choice but to drop out of the race. He's not going to have a
Yeah,
choice
yeah, that's gonna be it
because
for him.
he does not poll well. And you know where he made a big mistake when he did his first campaign speech. He said he was going to make all of the United States look like Florida. And I think that turned a lot of people off.
She,
He
yeah, I'm
wants
about
the
to say,
whole country to look like Florida, y'all. That's what he said in his speech.
and everybody in around the country went she.
Mhm. Yeah. And I was like, look like
Black people
Florida.
all around the country say she.
Mhm. I said, boy, this man must be out of his damn mind. I don't know anybody want this place to look like Florida, the whole country look like Florida. How you doing, True Royal?
I'm fine. I'm free now.
Okay.
Babysitting. Oh, you can
Oh,
send them back.
okay.
I know. I know.
You can send them back.
Mm.
But I've been listening. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, okay. Okay, y'all. And I know everybody saw this because I did a video on it. The black fisherman. He's trying to
Yeah.
fish, and his white neighbors keep coming up and confronting him. Well, recently, the homeowner association president asked him to stop putting videos up online that are going viral because one of the women that approached him lost her job and she had a big mortgage and all this stuff. And I was like, so what?
What that got to do with anything?
Mortgages. What the hell? Don't walk up or mind your business. Then you won't lose your job.
But look, the funny part about that video, and I was like, can you stop putting up viral videos? I really don't know about that. Like you just put up a video and then it's viral. He don't got no control over it going viral. Stop. Do they realize that the only reason it's viral because they racist?
Right. Instead,
For real.
right, and I said if he was really sincere, he would have said, look, I told the neighbors you live in this neighborhood and they should not be bothering you. No, he didn't say that. He told them, don't put no more videos up because this woman over here that approached you lost her job. I'm like, so?
And she got a big mortgage and no husband, and we've all got to stick together.
Y'all
wasn't
wait a
sticking
minute.
together.
Wait a minute. I don't understand what her job got to do with him fishing and putting it online.
Well, you know, he's staying on code. You're hurting them by putting that online. You're hurting Karen. So this association president
with the association my ass.
Right, but he is only concerned. My point is he's only concerned about what happened to the white woman. He showed no care about this black man getting approached by all these white folks that live up in that neighborhood.
I feel you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
right.
Their nature. That's their nature to do what they do.
That was the thing I was about to say. It wasn't about, hey, I'm sorry you've been getting approached. Nobody's going to approach you anymore. It was more like, suck it up and stop recording
it. Yeah.
And for real, wasn't that more like, because all he was saying, can you stop recording? So in other words, we're going to keep coming up to you questioning why you here. But we don't want you to record it.
Right.
That's all he really was saying. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I was mad. The fisherman dude ain't reply. That's the only thing I was mad about in that video. I was like, he should have told him. So what you saying is, y'all can keep coming up to me, questioning me for no damn reason.
Is it the size of the is it the size of the fish, LVZ?
Look, I don't know. Cause look, I think it's the color of the damn fish.
Yeah, I think so.
Because every time they see you there.
Right. Because they said white people go over there and fish too, but they don't get bothered.
Yeah. They don't get bothered.
Dark skin brother.
That's why I keep saying, oh, it's both. Then it's the size of the fish.
Yeah. Well, dark skin brother, thank you for the super chat. Much love, family. We got next. All right, thank you. Yeah, it's the size of the fish, and it's the fact that the fish is just too black over there.
Yeah, you can't have no. That's catfish. They don't want no goddamn catfish in this lake. Raheem, ain't that what you like to eat? Actually, no, son.
Yeah, and don't lose sight. This is Georgia, okay?
Yeah.
And he said his uncle, the reason why he loved to fish, his uncle taught him how to fish. And I think he was saying his uncle actually died fishing.
Wow.
He was out fishing and he died. And he said he never forgot his uncle. Yeah.
I keep hearing a cat crying, and I didn't put myself on mute, and none of my cats is hollering. Is it
Loretta ain't
Loretta?
even in my room. So no, it's not her.
Yeah, I keep
And I ain't got no cats.
I
Yeah, I
don't
know that.
know.
I was just asking because I keep hearing it just over and over, and I went to mute and checked around my house real quick, and it would sound like a distressed cat.
No, my
Okay.
cat is not even in my room.
Okay.
And she's downstairs, but I don't hear nothing. She ain't making no noise.
Okay. All right.
And I know there's not one around my house sounding in distress. I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from.
That's probably a white Karen crying outside because a nigga somewhere fishing.
Oh my goodness.
That's not a cat. That's a Karen crying. Help! Negro, he's fishing again.
Okay. Somebody else said they heard it too. DSB said he heard it too. I know I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, no. I mean, I know it's not over here.
I don't hear it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hear it either, Queen. I don't hear it.
But it is a thunderstorm outside, so you never know. Shoot, it might be cats scared as shit after that lightning.
All right, y'all. Let's get to Mitch because we brought him up already. Let's get to Mitch. Now there's more coming out about his falls. They said he have taken multiple falls this year alone.
And
damn. They're saying that there's probably more falls that he just did not tell people he had. But I did a video yesterday saying he fell at Reagan International Airport, and they said he did a face plant. He fell forward face first and hit the floor hard.
Hey, Lisa, True Raw, that explains it. Hey, y'all, do y'all know that mean Mitch been falling for the last 2 years? We was laughing about this. This was before.
John T. Harden said Mitch the glitch. Yeah, he did glitch out, didn't he?
Yeah, Hey, y'all, he probably been falling because I think he been falling before the Roro. Remember,
he was.
Remember, it was a picture of him. We did a video we did a live together. You put a picture of him. It looked like Mitch got beat the hell up.
Yeah,
and we kept saying, we think it was his wife. That was before the Roro, y'all.
Yeah, she been whipping on his tail and stuff. But you know what? I was listening to the news today, and they said that behind the scenes, when they're having meetings, they were talking about the falls, like Lisa was talking about, and they said that the meetings that they have behind the scenes, he ain't been saying nothing. He direct other people to talk.
Yeah, well, if you notice, when they pulled him from the mic, he didn't even say, well, let me just finish what I was going to say. He just, just went back, with the other senators, and somebody else came up to the mic.
But see,
it was like, bro.
Well, see, you know what? He just won re-election not long ago.
They just
and they were asking him, are you going to be able to finish your term? And he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to finish my term. I don't think he is going to be able to finish his term. Those terms are 6 years.
See, that means
he's 81 years old. So that means you're at the end of your term, you're going to be 87.
Yep. That man so bad. When he get up in the morning, he thank nigga. When he go to bed, he thank nigga. All he want to do is keep sticking it to us and sticking it to us and sticking it to us. And this is a prime example of what I've been saying on my channel. It's a cost messing with us. This dude is evil, period. I don't feel nothing for him. I don't feel nothing for Feinstein because I live in Feinstein country and stuff. And I'm gonna keep saying this because a lot of people don't know this. Feinstein had a lot to do with Jim Jones. Okay, she had a lot to do with that.
She had a lot to do with it. She had a lot to do with the Zodiac. She had a lot to do with the Zebra Killer. She had a lot to do with it. Look, and that's why she wandering around dumb as hell. Because what happened is those the ancestors of all the Black Panthers that died on her watch. Just run around scaring her. And you know what Mitch McConnell, why he keep falling? He keep falling. It ain't that lady. It ain't that Asian lady. It's like Tales from the Hood. It's old black slave just
You right.
pushing his ass down everywhere he go. He at the airport. He at Reagan Airport. You racist bitch, and just an ancestor, just the soul of a slave, just push his ass down.
Well,
Reparations, bitch, and
when
push him
he
down.
now when he goes to the airport, they're saying that he's got to be put in a wheelchair. He can no longer walk through an airport.
That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work because the ancestors of slave gonna dump his ass out. He just gonna fall out the
wheelchair. Get dumped out of the wheelchair.
They dealing with him. They dealing with his tail.
Why is he? Mitch McConnell was ejected out of his wheelchair.
That is a common thing that happens with people with heart problems, and he's had heart problems for decades. And when they start, people, especially if they had a couple of heart attacks, cardiac arrest, or they go into congested heart failure, by the time they get up in age, that's what happens. They just keep falling. They just keep falling, and that's what's happening with him.
And see, he got a one-track mind. He can't identify with anything that's happening to him physical, because he just keep thinking about sticking it to us. He rejects himself. It's like, you don't feel good. You don't feel good at all. And you keep rejecting yourself because you want to stick it to us. This the kind of sucker don't go on vacation or anything. He don't miss no work at all. No. And it was
y'all remember the slave stories that came out about his family, how the slaves kept running away from Mitch McConnell's family.
And I'm trying to tell you,
so bad. Yeah.
And that's the souls of the ones that didn't make it. Them motherfuckers is constantly pushing his old racist ass down everywhere.
LVZ,
and I love
LVZ, when he froze up, he had a stare. He was looking at something.
And he was, because he saw him coming. Like, oh God, he was about to start talking about reparations. Oh God, it's all this way again. He said, "Well, what happened? Oh Jesus, here it comes." And what happened? See, it ain't just a slave pushing him down. Every time he pushed him down, he said, "Reparations, bitch." And then he's, oh God, reparations, bitch. That he almost said that he shit on himself.
But he can't get it out. He can't get it out because he being dealt with.
HelloFresh always send me something different than
If you look at that milk, he shit on himself.
Amazing recipes delivered right to your door.
Get that off.
Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Ooh, that face. Now I hear the cat again.
You do? No, I don't hear nothing. Here it is.
Okay. This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
see, there he is. You see him?
Oh God, here it comes. Reparations, you redneck motherfucker. I choke your ass out, push you down in front of them. You think these white folks can help you? I'm on your ass, bitch. Reparations, bitch. You better help me. Oh God, he's coming. I'm shitting on myself. I'm not going to fall.
Do you want to say anything else to the press?
No, you don't want to say nothing.
No. So you want to say something? No. Say reparations, bitch. Say reparations. Say it, bitch. Come here. They don't see what he see. They see. Oh, Jesus.
Started the press conference, and it was related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion. Is that
no, you ain't fine.
do your job?
No.
See, he don't identify with himself.
Yeah,
Turtle looking motherfucker. See, that's what happened. So look, let that be a lesson to you white supremacists. You'll have your Mitch McConnell day too.
We'll see, John said exactly true, Roy. He was seeing them spirits coming from him.
But you know what? Yeah, but they said Mitch has been sick since childhood. He had polio. He had polio, but wait a minute. He had polio when he was a child. And it said it left one of, I think his thighs was paralyzed throughout his entire life.
That's why he walked funny.
He came out of
Yeah,
birth.
that's why he always had that weird looking walk. Yeah.
He was born a birth defect. That's just his whole being is a birth defect. You ever seen a picture of him when he was young?
Yeah, he never looked good.
Never looked at all. He ain't nobody's catch at all. Never an inkling of maybe a little bit.
Well, that's why he got himself a mail order bride, because nobody else was going to
exactly.
Yeah, this business.
We know damn well that lady a mail order bride. Come on, man. You can order one right out of the catalog.
I think he got one child, and how he got that one, that was on an accident.
Yeah, I know. That lady accidentally got so drunk that she let Mitch McConnell fuck.
Oh no! Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, we had hot turtle law.
Oh, don't make my stomach turn. I just ate, Lord.
How hot, sweaty turtle law. Oh God, he's coming for me. Help. No, that's how that fucking talk.
Oh, I'm about to put it on mute. I'm about to scream. This shit is fun.
Y'all know that's how he talk.
Okay, let's see if we can get Ethan here. You know what they're not talking about in the news. Oh, Ethan Crumbley is on trial right now. He's on trial.
He don't look as fat no more.
No, he don't.
Look at him. He still look like a killer though.
That prison food. That prison food.
Well, you remember they still got his parents locked up too.
No, they something else.
Yeah. So they're at the hearing. They want to give him life without parole, and they said they're showing some of the pictures of the deceased, and it's pretty gruesome.
Wow.
The way he killed these folks. So, oh well. You know, they're not saying very much about him in the mainstream news about him being on trial. They're not saying anything.
I know, because you heard what True Roy said, right? What you say, True Roy? Why he's small?
That prison food.
No, that is again. No, he is prison food. That's why he's small. No, he is. No, that's why he's small. He is prison food. He ain't getting no lunch. People whooping his ass. That's why his hair grown out. They are, man. He ain't even get to join the Aryan Nation yet. They probably this.
He probably limp wrist now up in that joker.
But I was about to say that man's busty is wild. That man's pussy is like Jerry Rice in '87, wide open. Just wide open,
raw.
No,
y'all
man.
Y'all heard about Jadarius? Hold on. Y'all heard about the black guy that was out there driving the truck?
Yes.
And they sicked the dog on him, and he was cooperating and everything. That's what this story is. Del Monte Green Beans, thank you so much for the super chat. You said, man, I want in on this cut session. He looked like a chicken in the face. Yeah, he sure do. Thank you. D, thank you for the super chat. LC, I have been a loyal subscriber and contributor since the beginning, but my loyalty tag is gone. Will YouTube reinstate?
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely YouTube. It's not
doing
me.
So much dirt.
Yeah, they do a lot of crap. They really do. You should get everything back. You know, sometimes y'all think we're doing stuff, and you know what I think it is? I think YouTube shadow ban not only us as creators, but as subscribers. Many of you get shadow banned too. And that's why you
Mm-hmm.
comments that you put out there, you don't see that because they're doing a lot of stuff, even if you're not making videos.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yep.
y'all understand? Yeah. I am a mod on this channel. I have a channel called LVZ NBA No Buck Dancing Allowed. I am not allowed to comment on any live. I can leave some in the chat room, they disappear.
Oh, really?
It ain't Lisa. I not Lisa. I told you 100 times. I said, man, I don't know what's going on. It won't let me comment on this channel at
Right.
all.
And
On
y'all
my
know you and True Royal can now live stream from my stream and show it on your channels.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
You can do that on StreamYard now. In fact, I did it. Tareen interviewed me. We did a live stream together about 2 weeks ago, and I streamed from his stream. And so my subscribers are all able to come. You can do that now.
Yeah, and with those Brenda, with those notifications, we don't have no control of that. Only thing I can say is resubscribe. You got to take yourself out and resubscribe. I mean, they just
redo it. Take yourself off sometime and unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then redo the notifications, and it'll work. I have to do that like every 3 months to all y'all channels for real. Cause what happened is I missed something, then I go, this bullshit. So I unsubscribe, do it again. They do that because that's how people become LVZ. How come your channel don't grow? Like, cause they won't let me.
Right. That's how you know a channel is shadow banned, especially if you've been sitting at a certain number for a long time. That is them making sure your channel don't get exposure so you don't grow.
Yeah. Because I've been at what about 20,000 for the last I think 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, and that's
I just froze right there.
But then you'll see a white creator come on, and in under a year they got 1 million subscribers because they're helping them, but they won't help us because they don't like what we say. So they're not going to help our channels. But then when you call them out on the racism, they'll sit there and tell you there's no racism going on YouTube, which is the most laughable thing.
Well, last night, Lisa, I was doing just some maintenance behind the scenes on my channel, and I was just looking at who was subscribed to me because I was getting rid of some people that I didn't want subscribed to me, and it showed that I wasn't subscribed to you, but I am subscribed to you. Literally. I said, I've been subscribed to Lisa, and it said unsubscribed. I said, ain't that
it will. It will.
Muhammad, I'm slowly getting back to doing videos.
What the heck is doing? That's not us, YouTube.
According to this indictment, De Oliveira tells Trump employee 4, we don't know who that is, that the boss wanted the server deleted.
Put it on mute.
Hold on. I didn't want that to play. Hold on. What I did want to play was what happened to this trucker.
Okay, you got to go back.
Yeah. All right. Right here. He was the one that was driving. Young trucker. He's very young looking. His name is Jadarius Rose. He was stopped by the police.
Amazon has great deals on everything kids need.
It's like
instead of spending.
He was doing what he was supposed to do, driving the truck. He wasn't breaking any law. And you know how these white cops are. They're going to pull you over anyway, right? So at one point in time, let me see if I can turn the volume up so you can hear what he say.
That's why I called them for help.
All right, come on. What's going on here?
He a young dude too.
Yeah, he's very young. I think he's like what?
Lisa, just freeze the video because it's going too fast. You got to go back. It's gonna freeze up on you.
Oh, he's talking.
Oh, okay.
I called them for help.
Oh,
Yeah, they got the dog on him and he was cooperating.
When the dog was
nah.
released, I just was hoping.
Well, see, what happened was the cop told him, don't let the dog go. He's cooperating. Don't let him go. The cop that had the dog let him go anyway. And of course, you know what these dogs are trained to do with black folk, because do y'all know the only reason why the K9 unit exists is for black people? They designed that for us specifically, and not to put the dogs on anyone else. So he's laying down on the ground, and this cop that was told, don't let the dog go, let the damn dog go, and the dog just comes and just start tearing into his flesh.
Mm-hmm. And that cop that told him not to let the dog go, he got in his ass heavily about it too. And also, okay, when they fired him, Lisa, do you know the union and the people that do the training saw nothing wrong with it, and they superseded that and said, no, you fired.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he even told them when he was down on the ground, why did you even put the dog on me? I did everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the thing is, even a cop told the guy with the cop with the dog, don't let him go. He's cooperating. He's not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And this ignorant fool gonna let the dog go anyway.
Yeah, he couldn't help himself. And yeah, over a missing mud flap. Wow.
Yeah. Why are you even stopping somebody for that?
You know, when it come to us, the things that we get maimed and killed for could be an invisible cell phone in your hand, all these imaginary things that they come up with and stuff. And then they want us to get all distraught and upset over this black girl then did this mess that's going on. That's why I stick to what I stick to when things like this happen. This don't make no damn sense.
No. And I have yet to see them do this to a white man that they pull over. Mm-hmm. If he's cooperating, do you put the dog on him anyway? But see, the dog comes out of chattel slavery, y'all, because anytime they were out trying to hunt one of us that ran away, one of our forefathers, they would get the dogs. So when they came up with the police, which the police come out of chattel slavery, they decided to come up with the K9 unit specifically just for us. If you go look up the history, it'll tell you that a K9 unit is heavily rooted in racism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right.
The first K9s wasn't even those German shepherds or whatever. First K9s was regular bloodhounds chasing, looking for, retrieving their Negro.
Yes, and you know, that was the one thing I remember when I was a little girl, because both my parents come out of Georgia. My dad, before we bought, my first dog was a border collie. Okay, that was the first dog I ever had in my life. And we got that dog when I was probably in kindergarten. My dad told my brother and I, you can pick any dog but a bloodhound. He said, I will not buy you a bloodhound, but you can get, and I was asking why. I didn't know back then. And my dad said, because that was the dog they always put on black folk down there in the South. But that was one dog he said he would never buy. So we picked out a border collie.
Because them bloodhounds die hunting you down. They don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. They'll just drop dead in their own tracks. And you can imagine, you know, coming after us, and they know the scent of black folks.
Oh yeah, that. I mean, even the dogs today know our scent. That's why if you notice when they attack us, how ferocious they are when they attack a black man or woman. Remember the black woman that was shoplifting and they put a dog on her and he tore her scalp off? They're really ferocious when they come after us.
Yeah, they do. I was attacked by a pit, and the only thing that saved me was I jumped up on top of a car and it was so slippery the dog couldn't come off, but he went for my leg. He put a whole hole in my leg and he wouldn't let go. Even my husband was attacked by a dog.
I was walking home from school, and there's a big field like down the road from where we are. So we would cut through the field because it would kind of make your trip shorter. I was cutting through a field, and it was a white woman in the field with a German Shepherd. So I'm walking through. She lost control of the dog. The dog came after me, but he didn't get me. You know what? You know what saved me? I had my book bag, and I shielded him from getting me. I was able to push my book bag up in his face. And she grabbed the dog and just ran. I think it scared her so much that she ran. But that was the only thing that saved me. If I didn't have my book bag, he probably would have got to me. But I was able to push him back over and over with my book bag, and he finally gave up trying to come at me.
Lisa, I wanted to say something real quick to Jet Black.
Okay.
You said, I really try. Wait a minute. Oops. I really try not to hate, but it's hard. You know what? You feel what you feel. See, this is the thing gotten us caught up. They do foul stuff to us, and then we reject what we feel. Because what they would do harm to us, and then say, forgive me. They always want us to be so forgiving. So be true to your feelings. You feel what you feel. You feel hate for them. That's real, what you feeling inside. It is crap that they be doing to us and stuff. Don't deny what you feel. That's real.
But you know what? The thing is, right, dogs of the conquest, right? When they came off of those ships in 1492, they came off of those ships with dogs that had historically killed our people. And you know, the part of the story they don't tell y'all, and see, this is why it's very critical for you to learn the history that they're now trying to deny us, but you keep learning the history. They came off of those ships. Those dogs ate babies. They ate adults. These dogs were evil. When the Spaniards left, they didn't take those dogs with them. They left the dogs in the land. It was our men, our forefather men, that went around the land and killed every last one of those dogs. That's why you don't see those same dogs that came off of the ship with them. Our men literally went around this country and killed every last one of them.
Wow.
That's why the breed that they brought here that was such a killer breed, you don't see them no more. They killed them all.
They killed them all off.
Why our people stopped getting killed is because that's what they did. See, that's the part they don't tell you. They want you to believe you were always vulnerable and scared, just like the slave revolts. Our people fought back so much they had to let us go. They had to let us go. We were kicking their asses, but they
too much going on.
They only want to tell you about the white mobs coming in on us. It was way more than that, because they always want you to always seem like we were just vulnerable people. The uprisings were kicking their asses down there in the South. They really didn't have much of a choice but to let us go. We were killing them, and our forefathers were killing them and doing all kinds of crap, getting back at them. And see, that's what they have wiped out of all the history. They'll only tell you the revolts. Just notice, they only tell you the revolts they prevailed in.
Yeah, because
the white mob came into the town and burnt down the house. They only tell, but they don't tell you none of the hundreds of stories that our people prevailed in.
Yeah, because they want to give it a picture like we was just cooperating, and just think about your individual spirit. I'm gonna add to it. We burnt up their crops. We would destroy their tools. We would find some kind of way to get back at them.
Maccabee OG, you're saying they called King Corsos. No, they actually tell you what they were. They were they called them Greyhound Mastiffs. If you go back in the history, that's what they called those dogs. They called them Greyhound Mastiffs. Okay, that's what they were called.
I can't remember the name of certain tribes. I can't even begin to. But there were certain tribes that them white folks didn't want to deal with, because they had like one tribe, they were full of mischief. And those were the ones that was burning up the crops, burning up the barns, letting the horses run off and all of that, destroying the tools. Then they had another tribe. They were very short in stature. You could not make them work at all. They would not do nothing.
And did y'all know when the Spaniards first came in the land, our Hebrew men got the best of them. They couldn't defeat us in the beginning. They kept coming at us, but they could not defeat us. It was not until our people got weakened with a plague, and then they came onto the land and they were able to get the best of us. But prior to that, they won't even tell you the stories where our men killed their butts off.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't in the beginning. We were still so powerful when they came off of them ships. Even with guns, they couldn't defeat us. They couldn't defeat us. We didn't have guns and they had guns and they could not defeat us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot in the history that they have not told you because they want you to think and feel a certain way. Oh, we were too weak to fight back. Oh, we couldn't do. That's how they want you to think, but it's just simply not true. Now, look at what they're doing. Now you're seeing how they've done it all along. They'll complain about the history and then they'll proceed to wipe it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they ain't do no complaining back then.
And
they ain't do no complaining back then.
Exactly. You know what the new white mob is? White parents down in Florida. They're now the new white mob that's going around trying to get all the history wiped out.
It ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Because all it does is make people it makes people want to look into it even more. When you put something to the forefront like that, people will, well, what's really going on? Like I didn't know nothing about Lake Lanier. And I heard about that, and me and my husband started looking into that and stuff. And I was like, wow. But I tell you something that I do frequently, especially down south, way down south. If there's a building that collapse or a major flood or something to go on, I always look that town's history up, Black history up. And every single time I look it up, the town was wiped out. It was so many Rosewoods, it wasn't even funny. When we even had them, we had a Rosewood up here in California that a lot of people don't know about.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for bringing up the Black Maroons. Thank you, Mike C, because it has a lot to do with what you're saying. The Gullah Wars. Do you know when I first started talking about the Gullah Wars on video, I had Black people tell me there was no such thing as Gullah Wars and that didn't happen.
Wow.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah. And the Maroons. Yeah. Do you know that runaway slaves, the Maroons lived in the swamplands? If y'all don't know, that's where they lived. They lived in the swamplands. And a lot of times slaves would run away and go in the swamplands. White folks would not go in the swamplands because there were poisonous snakes, there were alligators, it was loaded in mosquitoes because it was around swampy lands. So when
malaria
in there, they would not go after them. And most slaves that ran away and went in there, they were able to survive without going back into slavery. You really got to read about them. It's
you know, Lisa, I read about like in Haiti, when the Haitians were getting prepared to go to war on them, they would go in those swampy areas, and the gators or nothing wouldn't even bother them. They would have their meetings and stuff, and they had got immune to those a lot of those mosquitoes. But one guy did get killed, and he kept saying mosquitoes, and everything like that. And then another thing, a lot of those Haitian women, whatever that particular tribe was, those women were they had their own army of women. That was really true. That wasn't just in no one region. So a lot of the males that they gave birth to, the males and females, they taught them how to fight their ass back.
Right.
Stuff.
It's hard. It's hard to live a life in a swampy land, you know, because you got the of heat, you got all the humidity coming off of the swamp. It's difficult, but you know, a lot of them would not leave because if they did, they knew where they were going to get caught and go
They
back.
was running back into slavery, running
Right,
back into
right.
slavery. But see,
Yeah.
you know, these wasn't no Haitians though. No
No,
offense to the Haitians, but these
no.
was FBA's
Yes, they
auntie.
were.
These, but you
The
know what
Mar-
they
the
was
Black
doing?
Maroons.
This
Yep.
why they was living good. Let me tell you, when they found these, they don't tell y'all how the Maroons was rocking them gator shoes and motherfucking snakeskin belts, and they was wearing them motherfucking boar skin jackets with the ties. Them Maroons was fly than a motherfucker,
Yeah.
man.
And they
They
built
was the
their
first
own,
ones wearing gators, man.
and they had
They ain't
a
wearing no
bunch of.
damn moccasins.
No, they didn't. And they built houses all up there around the swamplands, and that's how they survived. They survived.
Right.
Literally, you talk about living off the land. That's exactly what they did.
That's what they
Their
was
whole
doing.
existence was living off the land. Mike C, thank you. The Gull Award, 1739 to 1742. Also, the Black Maroons. Absolutely. It sure was. And one mystery. I love my people. Shalom family. We are the history. Yes. Yeah. Our history is so good. They're trying to steal it, y'all. And you know, like I said, their history is bad over in Europe and their history is bad over here.
Yeah, you know what? I said something that blew some people away. When you look into their history, the one common denominator that I keep running into is a history of filth and violence. When they were just contained to themselves, filth and violence. You cannot find nowhere in our history of filth. You can't find it.
Right.
They
Like, you know how we say, we made gators. We made gator shoes.
Yeah. Yep.
We made them.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's all they did. They survived off of the land and had to do it, y'all, for a long time. They did it for a long time. There was nobody there to help them. They had to depend on each other.
Well, you know what knocked me down, Lisa, was when you told me. I knew about the Caucasoid Mountains and us going up there, but the part that knocked me down when you told me it was a mountain of shit up there.
Yeah.
We thought that was a mountain, and then when we get up there, next to the damn mountain is a mountain of shit. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do anything until they came around us. Everything they know, they got it from us. And even burying bodies, they would just throw their bodies out in fields. Our people used to bury bodies. They didn't start doing that until after they started coming around us.
Well, when I was doing the looking up the history of our history in California and all the palaces that we had all over California, they said that we could smell them off the shores.
Yeah, that's it. That was in Roots. And that was in the movie Roots. If y'all remember when Roots came on, there was a scene where the men were all sitting together, and you know the elders teach the younger guys. So one of the elders was saying, "You will know them. They smell like a dead chicken." I said, "Wow!"
And for us to, what I had studied was for us to even tolerate to be around them, we had to have them bathe. We had to have them bathe so we can even tolerate that. And in that history, when Lisa's very accurate, they did talk about when they own would die, they would just, wherever they died, they just left them there. And then when we started rescuing they behinds, they sitting up in here with living in their dwellings with animals. And this is what they would do. When they would call themselves cleaning their dwelling, they would just get another bale of hay and it would be layers and layers of hay and all that filth up under them layers. And so that word called corral, which comes from us, we say, hey, wait a minute, you got to corral these animals and they can't live in the same dwelling with you. They didn't understand that concept. Like Lisa said, we had to demonstrate how to wash your behind.
Yeah, the Moors. That's what the Moors, remember, the Moors, they took 3 baths per day. They bathed in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And they were scared of water. They thought the water was going to kill them. So the Moors would literally get in a bathtub and clean themselves right in front of them to show them the water was not going to kill them.
Yeah, them so-called fake royals up in them castles, They said them castles smelled like pure shit.
But they didn't always smell like that. You know, though, they didn't construct none of those castles, y'all?
No, they just moved into them after they ran the Moors up.
Yeah, the Moors, those castles were already standing before they took them over.
Yeah, they just ran the Moors up.
Those castles.
I remember a few years ago, Lisa, you had showed us a video where this brother over in I forget, was it Sudan? Don't hold me the region, where they had did a tour of castles that were identical to the ones in Europe, but the only and these were much older, and they had plumbing, hot and cold water.
Yeah,
in them jokers, and toilets.
Yeah, well, because those are our inventions. That's why they're our inventions.
Paris smells like dung.
It does.
Well, look,
it does.
I heard a
I was physically there in Paris. I've been to Paris. It does. Paris smells like, I'm serious, it smells like a combination of trash and piss. And I'm not exaggerating. If you go to Paris right now, it stinks. And when you go beyond the Eiffel Tower, it's a bunch of ghettos all around it. In the little streets around it is a bunch of ghettos. And those ghettos look so bad. If you call the hood what you call the hood looks like paradise compared to the slums over in Paris. Yeah,
that's true.
It looks horrible over there. They got graffiti everywhere. You think the graffiti don't look like nothing. Go over to Paris. Start pulling up pictures of Paris and look at all the graffiti they got everywhere.
You know what, Lisa? I watched a series of videos over in the UK, and it was about the homeless. Oh Lord, them people live underground. They pop them lids and go underground, and they been living down there for years.
Yeah, but you know, they had a population back in ancient times that used to live down there too. Trying to get away from all the warring and everything, so they would just go down in there, and you literally can live down there.
Oh Lord. Oh, that stuff was so filthy.
Yeah, it is filthy. I mean, Paris is very dirty. But the way they always like to show you, just notice one thing about Europe, they like showing you the same location over and over and over, but they won't take you beyond that. There's a reason for that. If people saw what the rest of what it looked like around that tower, you wouldn't go there. You wouldn't spend your money there. It's a bunch of slums everywhere, all over. In fact, all over Europe. There are slums everywhere. That's why when these folks sit down talking about some mud huts in Africa, they got a lot of nerve. There's some slums in Europe that looks worse than a damn mud hut in Africa. And I'm not exaggerating either. That's why
a mud hut looks like a goddamn Christmas play. Let me get that mud hut, Slim, with extra mud. Let me get that hut with extra mud.
Yeah. So
because when the Peckerwood say I would say when the Peckerwood say the mud hut, Lisa, you know what I say? I say, yeah, because I go back to your ancient forefathers in the Caucasus Mountain, and I heard that y'all had y'all didn't have no toilet in y'all cave. Y'all just had a shithole right where the TV and the food used to be. Just one shit, bitch. With your just one shit. It was shit, piss, and what you wore in the same bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
When you start
you smell like that now.
They think they're hurting our feelings. You ain't hurting our feelings because I've been over to Europe and y'all got slums everywhere. And I'm not exaggerating, y'all. There's slums in Germany. There's slums in Paris and in France and other locations in France. There's slums over in Hungary. There's slums in Belgium. I'm telling you, everywhere in Europe, there are slums.
And over in Europe, the origin of venereal diseases come from them. I researched that stuff deeply. The reason why they started using silver nitrate on babies' eyes, so many of them white women was birthing them babies full of gonorrhea, and them babies would come up blind and everything. And a German doctor came up with the silver nitrate because they were just full of disease. But I was looking for the origin of certain venereal diseases and came upon that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, a lot of it came from them, getting it on with animals.
Yes.
Animals. I was about to say a lot of it was sheep fucking.
Yep.
Awful.
But that's why when they bring up the mud hut in Africa, that's why I kind of chuckle and laugh. I was like, I guess y'all don't think some of us do know about them slums that you got over there in Europe.
But again, and I keep saying this over and over, we came from palaces. The huts came after we were invaded. So it was like a form of putting up a tent and we just moving all around. You can look it up yourself.
Yeah, that's why you should never take their insults to heart. You should actually, if you don't believe me, you know what? No, we're here. Let's take a look at some of the slums over there. I'm gonna pull it up so you can.
I've never seen them, Lisa.
Let me pull them up. Let me dig in here, y'all.
And you got firsthand. Oh, poor baby, you survived that stuff. She went over there and survived that stuff and came on back.
Yeah, but I wasn't in the slum though.
I know you wasn't.
I know they were there. I've seen them.
Yeah, and they close by, goddamn.
I was. I mean, they didn't really start cleaning up Europe until when I had researched it. They was trading with America, and what would happen is when they would bring their ships to America, they would put them on port for about a week. No, about a month, because they was coming back with so many diseases and rats and stuff. People didn't want to unload them damn ships until some of that stuff would dissipate. So they didn't have the fortitude to even clean up their country, and they only did it for trade. Now, their birth rate was very, very low and alarming. All these babies and stuff was dying because of pure filth and bad water and everything, because a lot of women and children were drinking that bad water, and a lot of men would drink the alcohol, so the women were dying off. And you thought that would be a motivator to get their act together and clean up. No. Over in this country, they said we're not going to be trading with y'all with all them like you said, bed bugs and lice and all them filths and rats and all them ship rats ain't no joke. They be as big as cats and stuff. So that's how they get down. A history of filth.
Here they are. Let me.
I can't wait to see them.
The slums of Europe.
Yeah, they y'all.
Which is basically fucking Europe.
Yeah.
That's all.
And don't let them tell you there's a few. There's many, y'all.
Shit, Ireland is a country of slums.
It's many.
Ireland is literally a country full of slums.
Because they'll tell you it's just a few.
Wow, LBC, I never thought of it like that.
Here they are. This is France. That's France.
Oh no, Lisa.
And that's only one of many. There's
Lisa, I would have thought that was South Africa.
No, here's another. If you look, you can see the white fences back there.
Oh, child.
This is France. Here's another shot. France.
What?
Here's another one. Look, this is y'all. This is really there, and it's a bunch of them. It's not just one. Because when you call them out on stuff, they'll pretend like it's just a few of this, and now it's many.
Yeah, that look like South Africa.
No, this is France. This is France.
Oh my goodness.
This is more France. See, y'all, I'm not kidding, because I've seen these things.
If you look at a French horror movie, every French horror character came out of a neighborhood like that.
Look at all that trash.
Yes. And these slums have been around, y'all, some of them for hundreds of years. They're
Oh,
old.
yes.
And you'd be surprised. Poverty is huge over in Europe.
They make the hood look like
That's why I said the hood look like paradise, don't it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay, this is France. Now let me show you some more. Hold on, let me stop. Let me pull up another slum in a different country over there.
Wow, look at all that trash.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna pull up because there's slums in Germany, there's slums in Bulgaria.
Yeah, they come over here, they run over here, and then come and have a fucking attitude.
Yes.
So nasty ass.
You know why? Because they think you don't know. They think you don't know. That's why they come off like that, because they think, oh well, they don't know what we
Well,
got.
they're not gonna like me because I'm gonna do a video on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rub it in real deep.
Yeah, do Ireland. I love that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
shit is
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that especially for LVZ.
All right, this is a slum in Germany. This is Germany. Germany.
Oh, look at all that graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, that look like South Africa.
Nope, this is Germany. All right, so it's slummy. Now, every now and then they'll try to chase the people out of there, but you know, they just go to another place to slum it up.
No, you know what that
Let me
tells
show you
me?
another.
They don't
You know
take
who
care
else
of
is
their
good?
own.
Italy. Italy is, oh man. Let me see if I can get Italy on the screen.
Yeah, because the mob run their whole country.
They don't take now. See when you see they act like they take care of their own. You see something like that? Trifling.
It is trifling. Let me see if I can find them.
And they just talk about Italy like it's just so beautiful and grand.
No, it's a lot of slums in it's a lot of slums over there in Italy. Let's see if I can.
Whoever the mod that's flagging them, name them. Don't just say it. Just name them. Damn it, put them on the spotlight. You sitting up here flagging folks just for any old damn thing. You need to get your wrench removed. In. I didn't have to do that every once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Call their ass out.
See if they got more here, because there's a bunch of them. Oh, I can see they're trying to. Yeah, I don't see many of them here. Let me look on another search engine. Hold on.
It's probably hard to find because they hiding them.
Yeah, but it's there, y'all. Because like I said, I've seen the slums over there. Don't let them come and tell you that everything is so good over there. It's not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know my daughter, she went to Belgium and she's told me how awful it was there.
The waffles even suck. Y'all motherfuckers can't make. Look, let me tell y'all something, y'all. We do food better than anybody. You know where I learned that? In my own damn kitchen.
There you go.
I've been to 100 Mexican restaurants and all their tacos suck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we can make tacos at home way better than them.
That's what I'm about to say. Their shit don't have no seasoning, no flavor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Here's another slum.
Oh, okay.
That's the Italian slum.
Yeah, you'll see them in a lot of apartment buildings like this, but they're slummy areas.
Oh, Lisa.
That's the spaghetti hood.
And what country is this?
Italy.
Italy.
Oh, I thought Italy was so grand and great.
Oh no, there's a lot of slums. In fact, I think there's more slums in Italy than there are in France. There's more slums in Italy, and Italy is not even a big country.
Yeah, but I say because it's a small country full of slums.
But if you think New York City, because we all been to New York stinks. But no, it smells worse in Europe. Trust me.
You remember that video I did years ago, Lisa, when they were showing them shanty towns over in South Africa where them white folks live at and stuff, and they don't want to work, they don't want to do nothing. All they want is handouts.
But you know what, y'all? Oh, where they having a war right now in Ukraine? Ukraine got slums. There's slums over there in Ukraine.
There, Croatia, all them little rotten ass places with them funky ass
names. Come over here and act like they're better than you.
I know when.
Why you think their basketball players come over here and mix with our basketball players?
Wow,
I'm from the hood too.
When I went, when I worked on that last job on the Bay Bridge, I worked with a lot of Bosnians. I worked with a lot of Bosnians, and they had a constant odor. Oh, my goodness. There you go, Lisa.
What?
You'll see it.
Much love, Doctor, brother.
So much. Message to the Gentiles and everything attached you've done. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, y'all. So so when they come around you talking about some mud huts and Africans living in squalor and stuff, now you know they live in squalor over in Ukraine. Over in Ukraine and all of Europe. That the slums are everywhere, all over.
Everywhere.
They're not.
Why you think they know how to build ghettos here so good? They came out of them. It ain't a reason that people be like, well, you live in ghetto. Them motherfuckers built them. We didn't build that. The stuff we built is classy. The White House, the Capitol, the monument, and shit like that. The cities. The shit we built is classy. The shit they built, ghettos.
Yeah, and then those like when you were showing us, Lisa, them buildings over in them homes over in what country is that? I didn't forgot the name of it, that they've been using for centuries, probably even many centuries. A lot of them were made with like marble, because the country is really hot. And when you go in them, these dwellings, they're very, very cool and comfortable. And you said that they had plumbing. And I can't remember the country, Lisa, you showed. It was a number of years ago. But it's some of our land that has been taken. A lot of the land, all of the land actually has been taken.
There's a slum in Spain. This is Spain. Yes.
The Spaniards, which is Europeans too as well.
This is
Spain. Oh my God. Yeah, all this stuff looked like South Africa to me.
This is Spain.
Yes, it do though. You know why it look like South Africa? You know why it look like South Africa? Because again, who built that ghetto?
Right.
They built that for them to live there. That's all they know how to build.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's in every country. Don't let these people try to clown you out and try to make it seem like where they came from, it's immaculate over there. That's a damn lie.
I think that was Israel.
Tell, but the only way they get away with that if they're talking to a bunch of people that don't know. Then they can get away with talking all that slum mess and mud huts and stuff. But once you know, they can't even pull it off.
I think when you showed that video years ago, Lisa, I think it was in Israel. And it was just showing what they had taken from us and our dwellings, and they're built so nice.
Yeah. And they're still standing. Anything that we built is still standing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And don't let them fool you about these cities too. A lot of these cities were around when they showed up in 1490. When they showed up in the land, a lot of these cities that we see today were around back then.
Exactly. They just stumbled upon them. Hey,
let's not
where the ships go in. All of that was still that you see today. Those ports existed back then before they showed up.
Yeah, and let's not forget the Great Wall of China. We built that too as well.
Great.
And they can see that from outer space. They can see that from outer space. They said they can see that without even with their human eye. They can see that. That thing is so long.
Yeah, there's some things that are big enough where you can see them. Yeah, and we already know about the slums of India, and you see how those folks come over here trying to act like they're better than somebody.
You niggas do not know how. Why do you niggas not know how to live?
Yeah, they
Hold
come.
up, Tarbaj.
And then come over and then try to imply you're lazy. Well, then who built them scums? Those slums you got over in your land.
I'm about to say
Those weren't lazy people.
Well, what got me, Lisa,
Right.
is when you had showed us the Asians that still live in the caves. That knocked me all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know about that we built the Great Wall of China? Let me tell you this real fast. When they started going to the remote areas of the Great Wall of China and doing their archaeological digs, they found pottery identical to over in Akibalan, which is Africa. And they started to try to hide it and discard it. Do your own research. They didn't like that. You know, they always act like that. You know, that's all that. All we indigenous to the whole damn planet.
Yeah, we are.
Oh boy, somebody at my door. Yeah, it's a. Oh Lord.
Yeah, but you know that is, you know, it's all psychological warfare that they're playing on us. You know, they want to show you slums over in Africa, but they won't show you the ones in Europe. Or they'll show you how poor Black people are walking around, but they won't show you the poor kids that are walking around all over Europe. There's a bunch of kids in these slums over there, a lot. You know, so when you control the media, you control what's seen and what's not seen, but it doesn't mean it's not there. It's all there, y'all. There's slums in Australia too. There's slums there.
Motherfuckers smell like kangaroo meat and koala piss.
Hold on, I think I can show you a picture of Australia slums. Hold on. Let me see. Yep, here's one. I'll show you this one out of Australia. All right.
Home of Mel Gibson.
This is a slum in Australia right here.
That's what Rupert Murdoch grew up at.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see this? This is a slum in Australia.
Oh?
Yeah. Smelling like koala farts and dingo piss.
Awful.
Mm-hmm. It is awful. They try to paint a false narrative, and you just got to get beyond. So you look at the faces of the people in these slums.
They look nasty.
Mm-hmm. Look at the faces of the people in the slum.
Everything look wet and nasty. Damn.
Mm-hmm. No shoes on anybody's feet.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, they do that no matter how much money they make.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child. Look at that.
Just look at the faces, y'all. They're not our faces. Okay, these are over in Australia.
And they not wearing blackface, y'all. They just dirty and won't wash them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, is that white woman wearing black? Oh no, she just stink.
Well,
okay, carry on.
See, I did a research a couple of years ago, and you know it's an inconvenience for white women to bathe. It's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it? Your ass is funky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's an inconvenience to wash your ass.
Yeah. You're right, dark skinned brother. These are the ones, they got slums all over Europe, but these are the ones that come here and tell you they work hard.
Yeah. They do.
They work hard.
You guys do not pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you stole the boots and the straps, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. If you stole the boots and the straps, how do we pull ourselves up? You didn't even pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You just stole our boots and straps.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No bath, no deodorant. When they bathe, they don't even use a damn towel. And if they did use a towel,
the Aborigines live there, but all the people in the slums are not Aborigines. If you pull up some of the pictures of the slums in Australia, you'll see plenty of white faces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't let these people continue to psychologically make you think only dark people live in these areas, because that's not true. It's not true even over in France. When you go in them slums, you see an awful lot of Caucasians there.
Yeah, they
Right. Ain't no Africans fleeing to that.
Yeah, they are proud about not bathing. You hear some of them white celebrities talk about they don't wash their own ass. Don't bathe. They don't bathe their kids.
They'll try to make you think everybody in these slums are dark people. It's not true. Many of them are in these slums.
They said that about Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt don't wash his ass. He looked like he smelled like coffee, Marlboro Red, and some tobacco juice.
I met Brad Pitt before, and he's not very
Did
tall.
he stink?
He was in Philly. It was back when they shot that movie 12 Monkeys. That was shot in Philly. And I happened to be in Philly like when they were filming, and he was out and about asking people where was the best places to go in Philly. And I was one of those people that he was asking. I was over there for a meeting. He's not very tall. He's kind of short. He's not a tall man at all.
Did he smell like 12 monkeys?
I didn't take the time to smell him.
They say he don't bathe. I didn't imagine you had to be close.
LVZ.
See, you was outside.
Yeah, we were outside.
Yeah, so yeah, you ain't know.
When she was outside, that wind wasn't blowing in her direction. So
that's what I'm about to say. You was in a downwind. You was in a downwind. That's all that was. That's one thing about Brad. He know how to keep you in that downwind. The smell hit you when you get in the car. God damn, did I run over?
When I was in Germany, there's a lot of gypsies that live there. Y'all know what the gypsy class over there look like, right?
Yeah, I do, because there's a lot of them up here.
There were a lot of them in Germany. A lot of gypsies. Yeah, and when they realize you're an American, they be out there panhandling for your money. That used to make me laugh. I was like, damn, they don't just panhandle in the U.S. Y'all panhandle here in Germany too. Yeah, they stay in the streets panhandling, those gypsies over there.
The gypsies up here, they always want to fix something, fix your house, your car, and
they ain't even trying to fix nothing over in Germany. They just want your money. They be out there begging. I remember one gypsy woman walked up to me. I just came out of the grocery store there, right? She's fake crying. She's dabbing her eyes, and there was not one tear coming out. I laughed. I was like, she was begging. Yeah, she was in front of me. I'm putting the groceries in the trunk of the car. She walks up and starts dabbing her eyes, right? And ain't nary tear coming out of her eye. That was her way of begging for money.
That's sad.
I cracked up laughing. I was like, I told her, I said,
ain't no
your fake cry lady.
Well, you're right about a lot of homeless white males in the States. That was something. Remember, I was telling you when, Kay, damn, Darcy and bro, you got paid, huh? You got it going on.
Thank you. Lisa True Royal and LVZ. My warrior family, we never been lazy. Yeah, so you built your country on lazy slaves. Whatever.
Exactly. Thank you. How the fuck you do that?
Yeah. Really. Out there picking all that damn cotton.
Yeah, we was lazy as hell singing spirituals, picking cotton.
Yeah, really. And they always want to holler that lazy mess.
Yeah, we were so lazy. We built tools that white folks look during slavery. We built tools white folks ain't even know what they was. Where'd you get that? I never gave you that. Just take this rock stick.
Well, that's why it made sense for our people to come up with the inventions, because they were doing the work. It don't make no sense for it to come from them. They weren't doing no work. Why would
they weren't doing no work?
Come from people that weren't doing no damn work? That doesn't make any sense. They came up with those inventions to make the job easier.
Yeah, Jack Johnson, the boxer Jack Johnson, invented the pipe wrench, and that pipe wrench has not changed.
Well, I mean,
they cannot come up with no other design.
Think about it. Came up with ice cream. The next time y'all got your instant lips on some ice cream. That came from a black man.
That's what I need now. I'm gonna go get me some ice cream just because of that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's why hey, that's real. I told somebody that one time. I said, I told a white lady that I was like, "You gotta get some ice cream." I said, "Go thank a black man. He made that happen."
Thank a black man for inventing the air conditioner. The black man said, "You know what? It's too hot up here." And then he went as far as he went as far as said, "You know what? I'm gonna invent a refrigeration system so we can put the food in there and keep it cold, and then we can also build a refrigeration system and put them on back of trucks."
You know what they have been saying? They invented the wheel, which makes no sense because when you look at the Egyptian wall and look at the chariots, those chariots are being pulled by
the wheel.
Been up there for thousands of years. Okay,
the wheel is right there.
No damn wheel. You didn't invent no wheel.
No, they didn't even understand the concept of fire.
No. Hey, look, if you don't know how to bathe your own body on your own, you didn't invent no damn wheel. Okay.
I was about to say, think about it. It took them 1,000 years not to be scared of the sun, and then another 400 not to be scared of the water. The elements were frightening them to death.
And LVZ, they were the ones that wrote that if you go too far out, you can fall off the edge of the earth.
You can fall off the thing about it. That's right. It took them another 200 years to realize, hey, this is just a big ass circle. I'm not gonna fall off the end.
It's some of them that still believe it.
Yeah, it's some of them look like us that still believe it. Now I know. You know what I tell them? Lord. I tell them this: the earth is round, like your dumb ass head, just like your empty ass head. The earth is round.
I don't know, LVZ. Their head might be flat.
Yeah, they might have. Yeah, your head should be flat, but it's round. It's just empty. That's the difference between the earth and you.
That brain
a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, the brain might be flat on them.
Yeah, you're right about Versailles. Now Versailles, and I studied that too. That castle smelled like pure shit. And there's even a video on YouTube about Versailles. And it and when you put in Versailles, it's going to talk about the filth of Versailles. Everything that they're going to talk about, that palace is beautiful. And they had no plumbing. They had over 1,500 apartments in there and no plumbing. So where did they use the bathroom in Versailles? They would use it inside that palace. They would shit and piss in the corners.
That's told you. Right where you put your coat at.
Yep.
Put your coat over there in the corner of the boy.
And then the ones that really thought they had some style, the chamber pots, they would go to church with the chamber pots, the women. And when she had to pee, while she at church, she would just squat in that chamber pot and do her business right there, and nothing to wipe herself with, but with her dress. Just imagine that.
Pissy shitty dress.
But those are the people that invented the wheel, though.
and most of those women who gave childbirth, the reason why them women would die after childbirth was because of filth. A lot of Henry VIII's wives,
they're in the worst position to give birth. If you looked at the ancient times, those women stood up to give birth. They just squatted.
Yes, that's the natural way to have birth.
They lay down to give birth, and that is the worst position. That's why it's so painful. That's the worst position for you to be in.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That is not natural, because they had. I even read we invented birthing stools too as well. You know, we had many methods, but it was always vertical.
And over in Africa to this very day, those women give birth with no doctor, no nurse, no nobody. It's just them. They give birth to the baby. They know what to do after the baby come out, and they just go on about their business. They don't have to go to a hospital. That's why hospitals were in the maternity ward, because so many of them were dying during childbirth. That's why that exists today. And all of
Mhm.
gynecology, you can thank for Black women being experimented on.
Yeah,
We are responsible for all of gynecology.
Well, you know what else we can thank for early infant mortality? The white man.
That's right.
Long as we ain't have him as a nurse or a doctor when we delivering our babies, hell, our infant mortality rate is damn near 100. No matter, look, it don't matter if they standing up, laying down, underwater. It don't matter. It seemed to be as long as we can eliminate the white man, we good.
Yeah.
You know what? My little cousin, he ain't little no more. He's 6'4". He came to visit me today. He's 14 years old. When that boy was born, within an hour, he was talking, and his dad said hi, and he said hi, and then I was like, wait a minute, and then he said it again, and there was a older white nurse in there. She said, did that baby just speak? I said, yeah, we birthed him like that. That baby spoke back to his father. Straight up. Straight up. That knocked me down.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at our history, we never needed hospitals. Our women never needed hospitals. It wasn't until we start going into their hospital, that's when it's all these infant mortality rates jumping up. And not for everybody, but exclusively Black women. Y'all, if you don't see through that, I don't know how to make you see through it.
Yeah, like Judge Hatchett's daughter-in-law. They butchered her daughter-in-law. That woman died. When they did that autopsy on that girl, it was disgusting what that doctor had did to that woman. There was no need for her to be in that type of condition. And she sat up there and internally bled. But the coroner said that man butchered her.
That is crazy.
And they was in one of these high class hospitals and all that. That don't mean nothing because you're around a bunch of them and these real renowned doctors. Awful.
Yeah, I mean, my grandmother had all 10 of hers at home. She had all of them. She had all 10 of her babies at home.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, our newborns do roll over easy, and they can look at you too. Their vision get clear quick.
Many of them can lift their heads up too.
Sure can.
Look around the room. I remember the times when I had my son in the crib, and I would talk to him, and he'd be looking right at me, like focused on what I'm saying. They pay attention.
Oh, Lisa had to tell me about that. I didn't even know about that. That naked woman on the Bay Bridge out there shooting folks and throwing knives and stuff. Yeah, she had a complete meltdown. She had shot at some cars and everything. Oh, homegirl was not playing.
Yep, that's so true.
Yeah,
that's why y'all don't believe the hype when they come around you trying to talk all down on our people. Don't fall for the hype.
Oh, and I got that video too, Lisa,
of a big propaganda machine
of the crane accident. I had because Amar, that was my husband's specialty. He erect cranes and took them down. He said what happened was that the load was too heavy and it burnt the engine out.
Okay.
So what they did was it was a load of concrete, and he did a full vertical pick. I know Elvis, you know what I'm talking about, and maxed out that damn motor and stuff. And that's what that was, because they kept talking about the fire. And my husband said, no, it's not that. It's the load, and it burnt the engine out.
Jermaine Davis, we spoke about Jason Aldean in the very beginning. we spoke about him in the very beginning. The latest news that came out, he took the Black Lives Matter protest clip out of his Sundown Town video. But we already talked about him. You're gonna have to go back.
No, Jet Black, that was a Black woman on that bridge that went off like that. She was butt naked, nothing on.
Was
crazy.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was. That was straight up. It was.
All right, y'all, because we've been on here going on, well, close to 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I thank LVZ and True Royal for being here. And I thank all of you in the chat for being here. Thank you to everybody that gave donations to the channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll definitely come back and do this again because apparently there's a lot to talk about. With
Yes, it is.
a lot to talk about, y'all.
Sure do.
And I love you, ladies. Love your family. Shalom.
Shalom.
Love you more.